Hey guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the number ones that I picked up this week. For the last 2 weeks, actually. I got 6 all day. So yeah. First off, I got Boisterous. Man, this was like the best 64 pages of comic that I could imagine. It was a really good story. The art on it was just amazing. Coloring and everything, super good. Um, Basically, this is a story of this guy who's had a lot happen in the last year of his life. His sister died. He was a chef and kind of exiled himself to Utah, and his uncle has died. He goes to look at the estate, finds out that his uncle's got this time machine that'll send him back to the Jurassic period. Well, while he's there, he finds out that dinosaur tastes pretty good, so he brings dinosaur back to the modern world and starts cooking it up, and everybody thinks it's the most amazing thing ever. So he has decided he's going to open up a restaurant and sell dinosaur. And it's pretty cool because in the back it has these recipes that he uses that were really funny. Like it says, like if you don't have dinosaur or whatever, you can substitute chicken. But it has like a recipe in the back. I really like these books, Starve and that like have a recipe in the back for things that happen inside the book. But yeah, Boisterous, really good. Next up, I got Strayers number 1. This is from Aftershock. Really been liking the Aftershock books. I really like their paper quality a lot, man. They've got a really good paper quality. And yeah, this was a story written by Justin Jordan. Juan Gideon does the art. I think the only thing I've ever seen him do art on was on the Ghost Racers series from Secret Wars, and I wasn't a fan of his art in that. But I think in this book that it was really good. I like that he's working with Tamber Bullivant again in this book on colors, and just, I mean, I always sing her praises, but I think that her use of like oranges and yellows, I love. And yeah, the high gloss pages in this are just, man, just a step above a lot of the comic companies. But yeah, this was pretty good. It's about a guy that is kind of a roaming mercenary in this future world that is crap, and he's trying to look for jobs and gets a job to kill this giant that's going to town. And there's this girl who wants to try to make the world what it used to be and needs his help and doesn't really want to help her, but ends up that he doesn't really have a lot of choice in that. But yeah, that was a pretty good book. All those Aftershock comics have been good so far that I've read. Next up, I read Cry Havoc. This book made me realize that I need a werewolf story on my pull. I really like werewolf stories. Who knew? I mean, I didn't know that I liked werewolf stories, but this is a pretty good one again. Really enjoyed Wolf Moon, and this is written by Simon Spencer, who I really like. Dead Bodies, is currently doing Slash and Burn from Vertigo. The art on this is by Ryan Kelly, who I haven't really read anything that he's done except for Saucer Country, which was an excellent series. If you missed that, it probably was about 3 years ago. Strongly recommend tracking that down in trade because that was a great story. But his art in this was really good. They got some really high quality colorists on this book, Lee Longrich and Matt Wilson. And yeah, it was just all around, it was a really good werewolf story, and I'm happy that I've got another werewolf story on my pull. Got Old Man Logan number 1. Been looking forward to this for a minute. Really enjoyed the Old Man Logan story in Secret Wars. and this is just kind of a continuation of that. Jeff Lemire, really enjoying his story. Sorrentino's art, I always enjoy. I mean, it's just, man, like breathtaking. And I really like the way that Sorrentino does the whole, like, man, that is just awesome. Does the, like, picture-in-picture thing, like showing wounds and stuff, I think is awesome. I don't know that anybody else does that, but just, he does it better than anybody. The little, like, bullet wound thing there, box and box, kind of like an x-ray. But yeah, really, really good. I can't wait to see where it's going to go. He's just going around trying to knock people off, and next issue looks like it's going to be really, really good. Next up, I read Faith #1. I'm not really sure that this book was for me. I've really been looking forward to this book, and I read it, and I just didn't really feel like it was for me. Was a good book, really enjoyed the story, the art was amazing, but being as it's only a 5-issue series, and I've really been tough on Valiant Books, I'm going to give this a chance, see where the story goes. I think that it could really tell a good story, so I'll be curious to see exactly what happens. And then last, from Image, I read Mirror. I still really like this wraparound cover. I was really, really confused by this story. It says that it's part of the 8-House universe, and I don't know what the 8-House universe is. If somebody knows, they can tell me. But I really felt when I was reading this like I missed something. Even though they were telling me a story, I still felt like there was information that I was missing. The art was really good. Kind of had this watercolor thing going on that is always sweet. Because a lot of times when you have people that do watercolor on watercoloring type of color, it seems like it's real dark. And with this, it was not dark at all. There's a whole lot of really like vibrant pastel colors. And yeah, it was really, really good. But like I say, the story, I didn't really feel, I felt like I was missing something the whole time I was reading it, and like I just wasn't getting it. So I'm not real sure whether or not I'll pick up a #2 on this. But yeah, Mirror's #1. And that's about all I got to say about that. I'm going to get off here. I got a lot of comics to read, and so I will talk to y'all later.